Yeah, hi there. I'm going to use the first letter of your name, M, and these comments are for you. Alright, so let's take a look at your email here. So you took my TOEFL course a couple months ago, but you're still struggling a little bit on the reading and the writing. So on the reading, you're getting 19 points. On the writing, you're getting 22. On the reading, you're good at vocabulary and pronouns. Your problem is summary, insertion, and inference questions. I did give, I would say here not give, but take. I did take the TOEFL a couple of times. I'm not able to understand where I'm going wrong. Now, you know where you're going wrong here. You just told me. So you already know, based on the test, that you want to work on improving your ability to answer these summary questions. I think that's where you complete a chart based on what you're reading. Also, the insertion question, that's an organization question. You click on where the sentence best fits in the paragraph, right? And then you have the inference question. Probably infer rhetorical purpose type questions or imply detail type questions. So that's what you want to focus on. So if you have a TOEFL book like Cambridge, you know exactly which question types to work on. But it's a little more complicated than that, M. Remember what I told you is, from being one of my students, you have to do really 4 basic things, I think, to make long-lasting, significant improvements in your reading. So what are they? Number 1, you have to practice reading extensively for a long period of time. 1 month is not enough. That's the first thing. Read longer books, magazines, and newspapers. Number 2, build your vocabulary base. And through my 7-step system, if you did study my vocabulary section and learned those 1,700 TOEFL words, that should definitely be enough to get your reading higher than it is right now. Now the third thing is to increase your reading speed. Remember, at my website, I have 70 different speed reading tests to help improve your reading to 350 words per minute. So if you read extensively, you have a good solid vocabulary base, and you can read quickly and remember what you read, and then you get into what you want to do here is the question types. Understand what the different question types are and how to answer them, and go through some practice tests, making sure you're comfortable answering these kinds of question types. You should be able to improve your reading more than it is right now, right? So definitely there. Now writing, you said that you're getting 4.0 out of 5 on the writing area, but you're only getting 2.5 to 3.5 on the integrated writing area. So your independent writing is pretty good, but your integrated writing is not that good. Now I'm going to tell you though, you want to get higher on the independent writing than 4 if possible, like 4.5 or even 5. And that way, if your integrated writing is a little lower, the average of the 2 scores still gives you above 24 points out of 30, right? So you've been studying English all through your life, and what should I do to improve my score? When I took your course, I completed all the modules. What should I do next? I might have something that might interest you, maybe not, but I'll throw it out to you anyway. I just started offering a new service last week. And the way the service works is once you're one of my students, the 10 independent writing practice tests and the 10 integrated writing practice tests, I will correct all those errors for you. Every single problem you're having, I'll actually do a video. In fact, I'll put the video of how the service works so you can see it in this email, so you can get an idea how it works. Now, it is expensive though, because remember, for me to correct a 350-word essay, to go through the whole thing and make all the corrections and do a video, and then send the video to you so you can see, number 1, what errors you're having, number 2, how to change them, and number 3, how to avoid them in the future. It can take me up to 60 minutes per practice test. So the price for this is $500. So it's a little bit expensive, but I feel that it's very, very effective. So I can definitely help you edit and polish your writing so when you're taking the TOEFL, you will stop making the errors that you're making. And remember that with the independent and the integrated writing tasks, is you might not make as many errors on one part of the writing and more on the other, because research indicates the more complex the writing assignment is, the greater the chance of making errors are. So it is possible you may make more errors on the integrated writing practice, the integrated writing task, because it's more complicated. So you might be interested in that. Think about it. But let me just kind of recap what I said now. First of all, I talked about some different strategies and some things that you need to do to improve your reading, and I gave you some tips there. And then I also gave you some ideas about writing, and I talked to you about a new service I'm offering for a few of my students at my website for the 7-step system. And I'd like to invite you, if you're serious about improving your writing score, to take advantage of this new service. Remember that I have 173 students online on my website right now, and for this month and next month I can only accept 5. And I already have one student who is signing up for the $500 service today. So I cannot offer this service to too many people because, quite frankly, it's going to make me too busy. Alrighty? Anyway, thank you very much for your email. And keep up the good work. And remember, all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.